Hello, Reckonate7 and welcome back to Rule the Waves 3 as we continue our game with Spain. This will be my first episode post Admiral's update, which I've not had any chance to play around with yet, so we're going to be exploring that in this episode as well. But before we get to that, there's three comments in the YouTube comments I wanted to talk to, because they were all fairly good ideas. The first one was around Sicily. Someone questioned, why don't we just take Sicily? So you can see here it's a province value 12, so it's not Italian home area. So if you look on this flag, for example, for the west coast, it says home area. You cannot have that, irrespective of how badly you beat them in a war. But these ones, where it doesn't say that, you can take them. Now, in an ordinary straight up game, your maximum peace treaty value is 10, so you'd never be able to get this. I think we're playing on harsher peace treaties, or I believe that's the case, in which case we can go, our theoretical maximum points we can get in a peace treaty is 20, which means we could take Sicily. There is also this big set invasion target button, and I think I've fallen for this trick before, where unfortunately someone like Sicily, if you try and set it as your invasion target, it doesn't let you. So yeah, if you possessions a value of 10 or more, you cannot naval invade them for whatever reasons, which would be a shame, because that would have been great to get this through invasion, therefore you don't pay any peace treaty points for it. And then we could have still taken all the war reps in the world. So I don't think we'll end up taking it in the peace deal, but we shall see. The other suggestion I had was around planes. Yeah, so we don't currently have, look at aircraft types, a dive bomber. We haven't discovered dive bombers, we don't know how they work. But someone said, well, why don't we get one on license? So if we look at the existing dive bombers, here they are. So there's some Austro-Hungarians, Italians, Americans, and some French. Now, I don't know much about any of them. A bit more about the Japanese, because they're our buddies. I can't remember what restrictions are for buying on license. So I do know, so you can just come in here and you can right-click and say buy license. It does cost you prestige. People think, oh, why can't we have our own? And then you point to the scientists and say, because we haven't invented it yet, and somehow you still get the blame as Admiral, but there we go. But yeah, so we'll try. I can't remember if they're going to say no or not because they don't like us, but it is the newest, it is the fastest, and, well, if that's not a good reason to get a plane, I don't know what is. So we'll buy the license. Oh, okay, thank you. You've explicitly told me what the rules are. Allied nations or tensions of 4 or lower. Okay, that makes perfect sense, and I'm happy that's in there. So instead, we'll get it from Japan. Now, there's definitely not as good. It's much slower, but the real hope here is that by having that, it'll help our scientists kind of reverse engineer it and discover a dive bomber for themselves. Okay, amigo, people complain, why are we not making Spanish designs? Because we don't know how to do it. In fact, before we do that, hang on. Let me just double check we don't know how to do it before I make a terrible mistake. If I go... Oh, flip, I have to wait 5 months. Well, let me check my research, actually. It's probably the best way to do it. Where's my air? Heavier than air. Air launched torpedoes. Air bombing ships with light bombs. I presume it was a dive bomb tech. Do you know what? I'm going to double check. Hang on. Yeah, I just double checked the technological details, and there's a very specific dive bombing tech to get, so we simply cannot get it yet. We should get it fairly soon, but we don't have it yet. So let us indeed buy ourselves a dive bomber, just so we've got the option, and hopefully to help things move along. Unfortunately, our own designs are rubbish. Okay, and they will cost us 1 prestige. Good. And then so the other thing we want to look at was our air wings, given that we've now been in action, and how we want to tweak those. So on our Adelbeer and our Atlantia. And although I think it's a relatively okay balance, and there was actually a good suggestion from St. Mac around having dedicated cap and escort fighters, which I don't think you can actually specify in the game, unfortunately, because I quite like that idea. But what we could do is, well, it's actually because they don't have any CVs, I don't think I need as heavy a cap. Now, there's always a land-based air, so this is maybe a bit of a risk, but we could actually dial back on a fighter and just put another launch aircraft on there. Let's stick on dive bombers instead. It wouldn't be maybe a permanent solution, but it might not be a terrible one. And likewise here, dial these guys back down a little bit. So let's do that. Let's put you down to say, well, let's just have, I don't know, 8 of you. And I think I'll stick with both torpedo bombers on our Admiral Bay here. But we'll increase the number. I don't know what we're up to. Is it 10 and 9, I think? Well, it's a fairly minor tweak, but it's saying, well, the threat's fairly limited. Yeah, we might get some land-based air, but not that many. Ideal not fight there, so let's turn things down. And similarly here, so I'm just going to change your number up to, so we had 18. Let's just go to 12. Yeah, relax. I'm going to get rid of this one, disband. Yes. I would very much like, let's put on some dive bombers because we've just bought them. Let's get them get some use out of them. Or do I have to wait for it to develop? Hang on. Probably. Yeah, 2 months. Okay, that's fine. We will come back to that. In the meantime, I do want to make sure she's going our full complement. Now we could make these actually smaller wings. Let's say we've got 41. 41 minus 12 is 29. That's like a 15 and a 14, which are these are chunky. These are probably too chunky in terms of wings. And I could easily have a. Actually, I could just break off a new 9. Couldn't I? Let's just do that, and we can get rid of them. Give me 9 torpedo bombers, please. The risk with this is that because you get after your first attack and you've got some losses and you've got some ops losses and breakdowns and all that stuff, you end up with only like 3 planes, which aren't particularly effective. However, I'm not sure that's a massive problem. Right, if I bring you back down, I've lost count now. I need to bring 2 down. Well, that's easy. I'll bring you down to 10. Okay, so we've upped the number of torpedo bombers by 6, I think, and we've taken 6 fires off. So probably not like a dramatic change, but I think it was right to say we'll look at it and think about, well, what are we fighting? What's the risk? Where do we want to add the additional bits and pieces? Beautiful. Okay, and then that brings us to the Admiral update for the Rule of Waves game. And there's a couple of key aspects that I want to play around with. And the first is the setting of the Admiral to control a sea zone and therefore giving you benefits, which is useful because there wasn't a lot to do with your high-ranking admirals, and we can kind of show that if we go to our officers here. And as you can see, we have a bazillion admirals who have just, I don't know why we have so many admirals in our navy, but you get there apparently with years of service, who are just sitting in a staff position doing a whole bunch of not very much, which is a bit frustrating. Eventually they will of course age out, but I mean, considering how many ships we've got, we have a lot of officers. Just as a reminder, because I've not played around my admirals or my officer corps this time because it's been a fairly short war. Oh, I wanted to say congratulations to Cerveza and to Ventabaja, who made it and retired, survived the wars and retired. I will reinvent some fresh people for you. Probably when we get into our next war, because I don't think this one's going to drag on long enough to be interesting. Yeah, and apart from that, we've still got a reasonable number active rear admirals, and we've got one admiral here, Ultimo Recurso, who I think we're going to put in charge of the Mediterranean. So if we go into our area overview and we right click on the Mediterranean, we should be able to assign a commander. Here we go, Recurso, and that should essentially provide a benefit in terms of changing the ship's divisions before a combat starts, so you can kind of organize your fleet a little bit better, which I think is very interesting. There's no one else we really need to put in position for just now. I mean, we could move around a whole bunch of unnamed people just for the sake of it. I suppose we might as well, because why not? Well, let's put these. Yeah, if you're good and you're an admiral, have a job. Interesting. I don't think I have ships in all these areas. Cancel best possessions. That's mildly frustrating. Caribbean, South Pacific, you can have someone. I've got like a tiny island there. Enjoy your holidays. And sure, you can have someone as well. I don't know what effect they have on the likes of trade protection and all those bits and pieces. And oh, I've got no Northern Europe. Ah, because I'm just reassigning people. Because of course I am. Right. Who's in somewhere terrible? You're in somewhere terrible. You go do Northern Europe. And then I'll put an average person in somewhere terrible. Somewhere terrible, somewhere lovely. But Bougainville, I think. Actually, I don't know how nice Bougainville is. I'm just thinking Sun Island, South Pacific. It sounds nice. Okay, there we go. And Ultimate Crystal is going to sort us out in the Mediterranean. So hopefully, when we then go into combat, we're going to see its effect. Right, cruiser action. We've got, just one of our glorious Andalusia battle cruisers. I think all of them must be in the dock. They have only got heavy cruisers, I believe. Did I check that? Some seaplane tenders, light vessels. It's near our air bases, because we've taken this bit of land already. So let's go generate battle. Oh. Okay. Oh, that's interesting. Well, this is not going to happen, because I've got no forces, but it's interesting they've sallied out with their cruisers. I don't have any ships and they decline battle. Ah, that was amusing. Okay. Our technology sharing with Austria-Hungary continues. Efforts on explosive shells is good, and we have quality -1 9-inch guns. Is that really the first time we've discovered 9-inch guns? We lost the corvette. That's a shame. We are now officially blockading the enemy. Huzzah. And yeah, we're raiding and stuff. Okay, that's fine. And Japan decides to dogpile. Fair enough, Japan. How's our construction going? I'll get 2 CVL. They're still a year away, and actually all these corvettes are still a year away. We're going to be fairly tight in the old cash. We'll see how she goes. I'm just going to keep accepting pretty much everything. Aha! Okay. So here you go. Area Commander. Expected enemy forces are 1 battle cruiser. So we did still 1 left. I couldn't remember. Heavy cruisers, light cruisers, 11 destroyers, and theoretically 230 aircraft, but they're miles away. I have got... Oh. I've got these guys, which is fairly hefty. Battle cruisers are heavy cruisers that have made it back from Far East. As you could see, and we've got our air wings, which is lovely. But we failed our command check, so we don't get to force change. It's okay, it's probably too powerful if you do it all the time. I wonder what stat or skill or whatever they look on. Right. But this is the new system where theoretically, if you have a competent person, you can then change up how you're organized in terms of divisions, etc., which I think is interesting. Now, it probably helps actually if I had built a few more manual divisions, which I've not done in a while. I think the whole ones have kind of fallen apart. Right, land-based air force just attack enemy ships. Alright, and this, yeah, should go pretty darn well, actually. Time of day. Oh, for goodness. Okie dokie. I've got 2 hours. That's not long enough to do anything. Alright, well, just on the off chance, I'm going to select all. Can I select all? No. Because I don't really want all, because I don't want my fighters. I'm going to select my torpedo bombers and just get everybody readied up. See if we can't throw them at it. I probably will need to leave someone for... why do you have 4 damaged already? There's someone for scouting, is what I meant to say there. Yeah, right, whatever. Ready strike. I think we'll bump into them soon enough. This you guys up to... Well, I'll get them up to the kind of 20 knots. I don't really know where they are. I don't know exactly where they're headed. Let's increase our speed a little bit. I can't remember. I've not really played around with these guys. Remind me what you're doing here, Duro. 6 10-inch guns. Yeah, you're pretty chunky for heavy cruiser. 5.5-inch belt. I mean, it's not the biggest belt in the world. It's not bad. Speed of 26 knots. Yeah, that's okay. Right, where's my wind? Oh, never mind. Sea state limits, ship speed, sea state limits. Oh, float pins. No, that's okay. It's not erupts, at least. We'll get you up to knots. We'll have to see what the actual limit is. Doesn't say in here. I can't remember exactly what it tells you. In here? Yeah, 22. Okay. 22 knots is our weather limit. We've only got 2 hours until dusk. We've got a whole bunch of planes. We'll hopefully get some spotting in before then. And I think we just launch all our torpedo bombers at the first thing that rears its head. Okay. Lots of formations ready. Good, good, good. We'll wait for our scout reports to come back from Palma. I'm assuming they must be in this general area. So that's one thing you don't control, is the kind of search radius from your land-based air, but they always go vaguely in the right direction. And they're going home. Why was Zeppelin's going home? Maybe kick up the speed. Oh. Okay. Let's get you there. Where's my aircraft forces? Are buzzing around back here. Oh, hang on. Cap. The lightest possible cap possible. Oh yeah, I never changed your search priority. That was a slight mistake on my part. You guys are all going to cut north. Do I just want to launch? Probably. We're going to take a fair few ops launches. Come on, Duro. Why am I not clicking your flag? And we've got the Ebro here. Let's get you boys out of your search or your screen into just line ahead's fine. I think I just fling these planes north actually. Let's go for it. We're going to go slight ready. We're going to pick just go north, my friends, and launch. I don't know why you're saying 0 TBs. They're fairly small strikes. We go for it. Nope, 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 nope. Go. Okay, we all cut north. Hopefully we bump into them. I'm putting a lot of faith into one single scout. Right, I don't really want to scare them off just yet. I want my battlecruisers to actually get Italy's side of them. Keep them herded in this general direction. And maybe we'll do the same with our heavy cruisers. Now you guys are too close. It's being a little bit silly there. Okay, opening shots are away. No one's really doing much of anything. Torpedo bombers are heading out. Keep you kind of herding them up this way. You're okay. I think I'm okay to kind of do a little bit of scouting this side of their force, see what's there. Dusk is coming. Will we get a strike away? Oh, it's going to be a close one actually. Yes, they've seen the ships despite the dusk. We're torpedo bombing. And some more torpedo bombing. Not sure. And that's going to be a success. No, we're going for it, despite the low light. We're getting some AA fire, but no torpedo hits. Now we're into night proper. Okay. Oh, apparently we're still going for it. Which puts them over here actually, so we will continue in that general direction. I don't really want to bump into at night, but I would quite like to herd them so we can kind of spring on them at dawn. Let's go on here. Okay, damage for landing on Atlantia. Yeah, fair enough. So we may not have much of a strike ready for tomorrow morning. So I might just be throwing some destroyers into night, see what we hit. And we're waiting for dusk to come. What time? I can't remember what time of year it is. 11 hours, that's a long time. So I mean, we think we've got them trapped in here. You're upsetting a corvette up here, actually. Where are they? It's when you want radar. Okay, there's the Anagia. We've got a fairly good cordon around this place. We are firing at a land target, which is presumably this installation 10 here. Kind of annoyed if they manage to sink it. Yeah, as I can see the splashes. Not quite splashes on the land, but still. Okay. Although I'd happily give up installation if it means I sink their fleet. Ebro has bought a submarine. And a destroyer. So you're going to pull south. Don't know if that's going to be another destroyer or something more interesting. Also have a lot of fairly like one destroyer groups here which aren't that useful, so, but I'm also not so concerned about losing these destroyers. Which is a little bit mean, but... Is that my destroyer? I ran from my own destroyer. Yep. Yeah, you guys continue screening in this little area. I mean, they've got to be in here somewhere. Well, they don't. I suppose we could be flying it. Lobbing shells from out this direction. Okay, and maybe that's indeed exactly what they are. Let's get our light cruisers and their destroyers up here. Keep our heavier ships just kind of at the back. Okay. Time to shine, my friend. Time to shine. Let's go to my flagship. If I remember how you do this. Trying to remember how you set the flag. I thought it was from in here. Oh, there we go. Flotilla attack, black flag. There we go. Just to hopefully really encourage those destroyer captains to launch your torpedoes. Oh, indeed we did. Well done, gentlemen. Problem is I don't know what I'm shooting at. Okay, oh, that was too early. That was way too early. We'd already turned at that point, Sanchez. Oh. Hey, you got him with the second salvo. Good job. Right, we're probably still miles till, yeah, 9. That's so long. That's really an upsettingly long amount of time. Let's get you guys into line ahead as well. Yeah, I got turned together on for you guys. No, you're just in the screen. Both have torpedoes, line ahead, so let's see if you can't use them. Looks like his rudder is damaged, which actually can often give them a surprising amount of defense against torpedoes, because the AI struggles to plot a target when they're going around circles. You are all centerline, are you not? Yeah. When you go on. I mean, you're getting absolutely out of launch. I'm going to take control of these destroyers. Line ahead. Chook. These light cruisers I think I'm going to pull off, just lay it to the side. Okay. Oh, launched there from a light cruiser. That's nice. And up here from, I think it was T4 launched, I think. Oh, there we go. Look at these for a. Oh, it's not quite hammer and anvil. But supporting torpedo strikes. That's nice to see. I can't believe she didn't take another one there though. Right, make sure I don't get all my ships killed. Uh-oh. I stopped paying attention. Okay, thankfully we are really close to port. Let's get out here before we get another one. I think we should be able to survive. Actually, already limits flooding. Oh, you don't get to see that very often. I got 2 laser focused in on that heavy cruiser. Oh, 122. That's a big number. Need to get home. No. Oh, I'm... CO2 is thinking that's okay. More torpedoes away. Don't hit ourselves. Right, do you guys have any left? Vimy does. Alva has still got 3 left. Get you guys back home as well, or home-ish. If I lose a battlecruiser here, I'm going to cry. Okay, as these just destroyers getting pretty badly beat up. Right, there you go. Launch. There, okay. Yeah, that was good. Right, we can come away and save whatever we've got left. Okay, so good night attack there. Costs us a few destroyers, but I think that's worth it. Provided we can get our cruiser here home. Let's drop your speed down. Let's have a look how you get on. Ah, flooding of 0. Beautiful, beautiful. So it should be limit flooding. Yeah. Good. Oh, we got a little bit of high speed increases flooding. High speed increases flooding even. Okay. I am just going to... Well, I don't need to nurse you both home actually. Let's break her off and keep this Asturias kicking about. Yes. I will manually control her though. Because I don't trust the AI not to go fast and get herself sunk. Okay, so we've lost 2 destroyers, I believe. Maybe 3, might be 3 destroyers. You are a little bit damaged. You don't have many torpedoes left. You know what, you can go home as well. You're probably okay. Although to be honest, I'm going to send you home as well. Keep my heavy cruisers, keep my light cruisers, keep 1 destroyer, 2 destroyers and 1 battle cruiser. And other forces that I have forgotten about. Let's get you guys up north to join in. And I think we'll head off somewhere over here to see if we can't catch them in the morning. Although they may have disappeared by that point. Let's babysit the Andalusia home. Just put you guys into cruise. Because I think they're going to be still within aircraft range. You guys are supposed to be staying out. And you're supposed to be staying out. Well, having someone in and around the actual target might be worthwhile. Should be able to keep the speed up. Yes. Oh, you've gone too far north. That's probably another heavy cruiser still hanging around there. That's actually really good to know. Maybe we won't venture too far out and about. We'll just hang about here. We'll get, yeah, you back down to support. In fact, why don't I let the AI do some of this hard work for me? I would like you, yeah, screen's fine, shoreline ahead, Asturias, go for it. I'm also going to get this destroyer to say farewell and head off back to the Asturias. Andalusia's going to make it back to port. Beautiful. Our carriers can head this way a little bit. Okay. Let's not have the heavy cruisers out in front. Oh, the Asturias has sighted an unknown ship. That's not really the report I wanted to see. Let's make sure we turn away. Oof, there's a destroyer. Oh, all waste torpedoes. Stop it. Oh, I do still have the black flag up. Oh no, should be, it's gone now. Oh yeah, I can see it's gone. Just over enthusiastic captains. Let her go, let her go. Not interested in a single destroyer. Right, the Asturias is back in port. She survives to fight another day. Beautiful. Or of Andalusia, sorry. 5 hours now, we just play a bit of a waiting game. Don't get too far apart. Let's not risk you guys. Let's go due east. That may have been them starting to retreat. And the question is, how far did we get in 5 hours? 1 hour 45, okay. And I'm not expecting our fleet to find them, but I might expect our airplanes to find them. What is our search radius at the minute? That's, well, I don't even know if planes would go that far. Let's bring it in. Maybe let Palma do the rest. Let's throw it fairly wide though. Okay. The assumption they're not lurking back here. I think they've probably tried to make a break for it. Question is, will they? Okay, we found them. Oh, I should have been readying my planes. That's an oversight. Strike. What have we got left? Okay, we've got 6 torpedo bombers there. 5, only a 4 there. And 2 5s. That's not terrible. That is not terrible. Right. I want to... I cannot ready you up. Ah, oh, the weather got worse. That's upsetting. Okay, it's back. I really want to hit these guys again. Get another heavy cruiser. That would be a nice outcome. Let's get this. Let's ready strike. You, I don't know how fast you can actually go, but let's hit the afterburners on our fleet. Kind of in the wrong place for this, but go as fast as the sea state allows you. Okay, I think we've got one more to ready up. Here we go. And yeah, I think we're just going to throw them essentially about here. Select already, and then because we should see it, hopefully. Even if fly overhead. No, don't coordinate anything. Just get those planes in the air. I mean, obviously the idea being we hopefully wing them with this. Oh, we might have not gone far enough. Okay, lots of reports. Are we getting some land-based air going to attack them? I'm slightly worried the ships are now going to be up here and our planes won't overfly it. No, we've seen them. Actually, that's not us. That's the ones from Palma, which might be here. Medium bombers, which I'm not expecting much from. Okay, let's put this down to normal and we'll run. See if we can get them before they escape. I think some of those are RTB. Should have gone it further. Should have pushed it further. So you fly over them, they were going to. They'll still do their strike. Yeah, these guys are getting to here, but the ships are actually up there. Oh no. That may have been our only opportunity. Okay. Oh, where are you? My fleets are still cruising down here. Let's go up to 20. Okay, Palma are going for it. Oh, apparently we've hit a light cruiser with a bomb. From, our Zeppelins. I don't know why it amuses me so much to see Zeppelins getting the action. But it does. Okay, and they've left. Fine. That would be nice to have got that second strike. But anyway, that was still a very good day at the office. We lost 3 destroyers for a heavy cruiser. That's okay, I'll take that. I mean, tonnage-wise, it's definitely in our favour. So look at ship details, and so we sunk this one, the St. Paul, which was 16,500 tons, and we lost, I mean, these are less than 1,000 tons, aren't they? Yeah. Like 3,000 tons of destroyer. Good day, good day. Yeah, so look at you. Yeah, it's all the destroyers did the work there. We didn't. No, you started off with an airplane hit, didn't you? Evading air attacks. Torpedo hit. Yep, critical hit, rudder damaged, and that's kept her circling. And then we closed in with our destroyers in the night or in the evening to get the job done. I think it was nighttime by that point. Yeah, beautiful. Cherry on top if we'd wing something else out here, but c'est la vie. Oh no, look at that cruiser, light cruiser. Where are you? Not you. Maybe you actually. No, you're medium hits. That's a heavy cruiser. Where's your other light cruiser? Did you get by a bomb? Nope. Maybe it was a miss port. Bomb. I was just 0000000. I was just an excitable Zeppelin officer. Okay. Surprised he got so many VPs for that, but alright. Negotiated peace. Again, disputed border areas in some of their colonies. I'm tempted to go for the middle one. There's nothing really more that we want. The longer we're at war, the higher the world's budget is as well. And we have to consider the fact that other fleets are getting stronger. So I'm tempted to say I'll take the middle one, take whatever points off when we can, and then we'll refocus for possibly France. I think is going to be our next target. Because the other, we need to start finding people we can take things from. Let's do it. We'll press for hard terms. Peace and victory. Here we go. Large territories and considerable war reparations. Huzzah! 8. It's not like great bonus, but anyway, I'll say okay, and we just essentially get a boost economy. It's funny the way it's written. It appears like you should be better off taking land, but as probably everyone knows, you get bigger economic boost from war reparations than you do from controlling territories. Okay. Hey, our Japanese dive bomber has entered service. We'll get that air wing sorted out. So our money did drop, but we're able to mothball a bunch of ships right now. The world is now looking fairly peaceful. Let's have a quick squiz at L'Almanac. And let's have a look, yeah, no. If we were going to go up against some opponents, and we did want to take on the likes of France, how does that look? Because I think they are definitely our next target. Well, on a pure tonnage basis, actually, that's not terrible. 190 versus 230. We've also got more CVLs in the wings. Actually, that's probably already counted. Air fleets, theirs is pretty pitiful. I mean, the budget's still a lot more than ours. But that ain't ever going to change. That's a lot of destroyers. So we'd have to chew through all that. But I think this is very durable. We've not got huge amounts of capital ships, but that's because of a treaty. The battleships are probably brilliant. Ours are absolute garbage, and I would like to replace them at some point. So I think the plan is clear these light cruisers and corvettes. Once they're out, save up some money and get some battleships. Yeah. I think it's France. The only thing is I can't remember if France made friends. Oh yeah, with America. Of course they did. Of course they did. America a giant? Yeah, they are already in their massive giant phase. So I don't want to fight America ever, to be honest. It's not really worth it, and they are a scary beast. But I think we're gonna have to maybe see if we can't. We'll keep an eye on it. We'll maybe start stoking the fire with France. Well, we can also stoke the fire with Austria-Hungary. Again, just quick war, sink their stuff. Get some reparations, go home. I can bring the intel down for you. Yeah, we'll keep spying on China. Let's not spy on America. Do a bit of spying on Britain just for tech, I think, because they're pretty good. If it gets high up, I'll cancel it and move it around. But we'll go in France. We'll see where we get with that. What's wrong with the Baltic? I might be short destroyer. All right, I'll sort that in a minute. But anyway, that's where we're going to leave this one done. Back to peace and war. Theoretically, we've had a boost to our budget, although it still feels pretty woeful. And so those of you who like to do ship designs, keep them coming, but also give ideas for battleships. Probably about a year and a half, I think, before we're going to be able to lay them down. So we'll have to look at what our tech looks like then. And we'll definitely be retiring our Madrids and Malagos. Right, offline, I'm going to sort out and do my post-war financing, where I'm going to mothball a bunch of stuff and also sort out my foreign stations. And then we'll take it up from there. So, as ever, I hope you enjoyed this, and I'll see you on the next one. Cheerio.